Prime Minister Stephen Harper began his election campaign Sunday evening in Montreal's Mount Royal riding, which has been a Liberal stronghold since 1940. It was reported days earlier that Harper would follow up his election call with a stop in Montreal, which does not have a single elected Conservative MP. In anticipation of the Prime Minister's visit, dozens of protesters arrived hours in advance at the venue, the Ben Wider Jewish Community Center. Many carried signs decrying Harper's policies, and some attempted to block the passage of a Harper campaign bus. One protester was arrested for allegedly uttering threats during the protest, while another protester from the group Femin was detained after gaining access to the venue's interior. At about 6 p.m., Conservative candidates began speaking in front of hundreds of party supporters, trumpeting Harper's political track record and criticizing the NDP and Liberal parties. Conservative MP Denis Lebel took the time to appeal to Quebec's nationalist pride and urged voters to rally behind the party.
Le 19 octobre prochain, les citoyens et citoyennes partout au Québec, du lac Saint-Jean au lac Saint-Louis, de la Gaspésie à l'Outaouais, auront l'occasion de manifester cette fierté et cette ambition de réussir en quittant l'opposition stérile.
When the Prime Minister entered the hall, the assembled crowd greeted him loudly and enthusiastically. Harper played to his Montreal base by talking about investments in the city's infrastructure.
Our Conservative government has made a lot of investments here in the Montreal region. Le Grand Prix de Montréal, le Quartier du Spectacle, le Port, le Planétarium, le Musée des Beaux-Arts, le nouvel édifice de l'ONF.
The Prime Minister also touted his national security agenda and Canada's role on the international stage.
Keeping us safe here at home. In taking such decisions, we are guided by our values, which are the values of common sense, hard-working Canadians. Et mes amis, we have increased the number of countries with which this country has free trade agreements from 5 when we took office to 44 today.
With an election date set for October 19th, this event marked the start of what will be the longest election campaign in Canada since 1872. On a side note, it is important to point out that the Link newspaper almost didn't make it into this campaign event. Although arrangements were made with Conservative Party staffers in advance, volunteers on site initially refused to give me credentials. This was apparently part of a Conservative Party directive to not invite student press to these events. After appealing this decision and waiting roughly an hour, I was eventually let in, but told very clearly by a communications staffer that this was, quote, an exception. For the Link newspaper, I'm Matt Damour.